Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's painting is a suburban landscape that looks a bit similar to the neighborhood that I grew up in called Massapequa. There's quite a fair bit of fond childhood memories rekindled while painting this, including the sunflower that I've added as the final touch to this painting. I used to have a lot of dogs, about 4 of them, and we had a trampoline in the backyard. So our favourite autumn pastime would be to fill up the trampoline with autumn leaves collected over the season, and for the finale we would swim and jump with the leaves inside. And my mum would say the same thing every year. Later got lizard inside then, you know. That was also the year the Parent Trap movie was released with a scene of a lizard entering a summer camp's counsellor's mouth. I have a very vivid imagination and an extreme fear of lizards, but I've yet to learn that mother is always right. And that autumn of 1998, she finally said her favourite line, "I told you so," when I let a cry of blood-curdling screams stuck in a trampoline filled with autumn leaves, barking dogs, and the lizard lurking among the leaves. Okay, so anyway, back to the sunflower. You probably have noticed that I love to paint just a single flower by itself. I used to love gardening then too, but I was a little strange. I just like to plant one of everything. I had an encyclopedia of flowers back then, and my dream was to fill up the garden with one of each flower from the book. So I was growing a tulip, a rose, a hyacinth, a sunflower, and a few others, just one odd stalk of each. This messes up the landscaping aesthetic of our garden, so after a long hard-fought battle, I got temporary ownership of the backyard to do as I please. I didn't have green fingers, so everything would die before it flowers. And one of my 4 dogs had a nickname called Destroyer. I think that name is pretty self-explanatory. But she didn't attack any of my plants, whether they were dying or growing, and we were pleasantly surprised by how well behaved she was. Out of all my failed gardening experiments, I had one measly sunflower that finally grew a flower bud, and it was ready to bloom. That very night, my dog attacked it and I woke up to a beheaded sunflower. All this while, she was just waiting for the right moment to strike. I cried and never wanted to garden again. But recently, I've been doing a little bit of gardening indoors. I think my fingers are a little bit greener now. At first, it started with some cucumbers because I wanted to grow it for a week. This is my first cucumber that I've grown, but it looked like a deformed penis, so I wasn't too sure about feeding it to my fur baby. And then I grew some squash, even though no one in our family eats squash. And here's my beloved lemon tree, which has yet to fruit and is losing all her leaves. Okay, so enough of my random rants for now. I hope you like this painting too. Hence, without further ado, let's begin.
Together we'll make the perfect cure for heartache. So tell me if you're in or looking for a friend, 'cause I'm ready to swim, darling. If you promise one thing, to love me in the morning. So tell me if you're in or looking for a friend, cause I'm ready to swim, darling. If you promise one thing, to love me in the morning. They can't be